Oh, hello. Welcome to another video from 10x Investor Education. So recently, lot of questions have been coming to me. Should I buy Mara? Should I buy RIOT? Should I buy Hut 8? Or should I buy Bitcoin? Or should I buy new Bitcoin ETF? It's not really Bitcoin ETF. It's called a Bitcoin Futures ETF. The symbol is BITO. So which one should I buy? So welcome to 10x Investor Education, guys. Thank you for um, visiting my channel. So please subscribe, and this is not an investment advice. Please invest at your own risk. Okay. So this is about 20th video of talking about Bitcoin or Bitcoin mining companies. So I won't talk about what is a mining, why I have been investing in Bitcoin mining companies, but I'll dig into deep the new ETF and also the mining companies, what's happening and the Bitcoin price itself. Okay. So my first video about a Bitcoin mining company started when Mara and RIOT were $2. So RIOT is 10x now, and Mara is 25x now, and Bitcoin is 4.5x in a year. So you can understand how the mining companies were actually performing much better in last couple of months to year compared to Bitcoin itself. So it not necessarily guaranteed that the performance will continue. As I've been watching recently, as Bitcoin price up going up much, some of these miners not able to catch up, but some of them are actually going up still 1.5x. So before getting to the details of the mining companies, ProShares recently got approval for the new Bitcoin featured based ETF. So what is this new Bitcoin ETF? So this ETF, the symbol is BITO, doesn't hold Bitcoin or any cryptocurrencies directly. So it is not an ETF like gold, GLD, where they hold gold stocks. Okay. So it doesn't own any Bitcoin companies or mining companies or Bitcoin itself. So this is based on futures. Okay. What is future? So basically, if the Bitcoin in future is going to go up or based on go down, this particular ETF trades based on that. You probably know for crude oil, the most common futures ETF is USO, United States Oil Fund. So USO crashed by 50% when actually oil price crashed last year. Now USO went up by 100%. So basically last year when oil hit almost $0, that is the perfect time to buy USO for long term, because oil cannot trade at $0. People thought, oh, oil going to trade at $0, but no, right? So there is demand going to come back. So similarly, if you expect Bitcoin going to hit 100K by December or end year, this is probably good ETF. But if you think that it's going to correct 20%, you probably can sell puts. But I'm not investing into the ETF because mainly I own a lot of already Bitcoin and Bitcoin mining companies. That's the reason. Okay. So let's get into the details. Okay. How I buy these mining companies, how I invest into what time, and let's compare some of these mining companies, including RIOT, Mara, Hut, Hive, and BTBT. Bit Digital, I own personally. All these companies I own personally, and I have been trading them for a year since they were like $2-3. So down they went up a lot, and have been taking videos and posting on my YouTube channel. Okay, so the main reason I like these mining companies is they print money. Okay, and you can hedge with options. So when I say printing money means, for example, Mara, Hut, these companies, they can mine Bitcoin below $3,000. Okay, so if Bitcoin rate trades at 60K and they can mine below $3,000. Calculate the percentage of their profit. It's greater than 95%. Okay, so obviously you have to consider all infrastructure and other costs, but it's like 95%, 90%. So no other companies or no other industry has this kind of profit margin as long as Bitcoin price stays above $3,000 or $4,000. Okay, So these companies who can mine at the lowest cost, they can survive if Bitcoin price crashes. Okay, that's one reason. The other reason is you can hedge them. So Bitcoin suddenly tomorrow corrects by $20,000. Unless you put a limit order, you sell it, you lost 20%. Okay, so difficult to predict the price movements. Whereas these mining companies, they have options, they can trade like other stocks. So hey, I can get a $6 premium on hot 8 that is trading at $12. So if Bitcoin price crashes at by 50%, so I can sell the covered calls now. I can buy back the covered calls at 90% profit, and then wait for it to go back and sell it back. And that's what I have been doing for RIOT, Armara. When the price changes and Bitcoin corrects, I buy and sell the options, but I never lose my stocks most of the time. Sometimes they get sold off because I predicted low price of Bitcoin. So that is what hedging means. So hedging means you can do risk based on options and covered calls. Okay, so that's the reason. Profit margin. So if the Bitcoin price is going to, you think, hit 100K by end of the year or in next year sometime, they're going to trade at at proportionally very at higher prices. Okay, so that's the reason. So I buy these companies based on couple of factors. Okay, one of the hash rate, the future hash rate, current hash rate, their power to mine, which is, and then their Bitcoin mining rate. Okay, whether they can mine Bitcoin for $10,000 or $3,000, that makes a lot of difference. Okay, not just number of Bitcoins they mine. Okay, at what cost they are mining Bitcoin, and also based on valuations, momentum, and price corrections. That is how I buy these. So somebody said, hey, compare all these four. That is not how it works. Okay, the way it works is you have to look for opportunities. So for example, BTBT, Bit Digital, had an offering just 2 weeks back. The price went down from $10 to $7.50. So I grabbed some at $7.50. So whenever these do companies offering or at the market offering or secondary offering, usually the price corrects 15-20%. That is the good time to buy, because the offering closes within a week to 10 days, and then there is no more selling after that much selling, and then the price goes up. That is how I buy. The second one is based on your strategy. Okay, so from the beginning I was looking companies that mine Ethereum because I believed in Ethereum. I invested a lot of money in Ethereum. So Hive was one of them. I started trading like 50 cents, 60 cents. So Hive was underperforming until like a few weeks ago, still trading at $2. So now it's trading recently good. Now I think it'll hit close to $5. So they mine close to 10,000 Ethereum in a quarter. Okay, not a year, in a quarter. Okay, so you look at their numbers, look at their profit margin, and what is the PE. Look at all those cash flows, and that is how you need to buy. Similarly, as I said, price corrections, and then what based on strategy and hash rates and how much. So sometimes I acquire them through puts. Okay, for example, for last couple of weeks I've been selling Bitfarms, which is also another undervalued mining company. They mine 500-600 Bitcoins per month. So they actually, you can get 40, I was getting 50 cents premium, now for around 35-40 cents. So $5 put for next month. So technically 8 to 10% premium for getting the stock at $5, which is 15% discount, and then another 8% premium. So technically, if the Bitcoin price corrects 15% or Bitfarms price corrects 15%, you can get the stock at $5 after a month, and you're also getting 8% premium. Okay, so that is how you can acquire for cheaper if you are really, otherwise you get the premium free. If the stock stays above $5, then you won't get the stock. you won't get assigned, but at least you got the premium 8% for waiting 8%, 8 for a month. Okay, that's not bad. So these things I really can't do with Bitcoin directly. Okay, so I can't say Bitcoin, give me Bitcoin price 15% discount after 1 month, and because of the commitment, give me 8% premium. I can't do it. I can't do with Bitcoin. But whereas the stocks, I can do them. I can do all the time, and I can generate. I am a trader. I do believe in long term, but I trader, so I need to generate like monthly income, consistently. My cost basis needs to go up. If tomorrow, I don't know, next week or corrections happen, still my monthly income generation is what I believe in, or whatever it is. So that is what I believe in. So since trading part of it, I whatever my let us say I have 2,000 stocks of hut, 1,000 stocks for long term, and 1,000 stock for trading. So I put monthly calls and generate like 10 to 15% income on those. Okay, so that is how I buy, that is how I trade. So by comparing at a particular time, and doesn't really mean anything. For example, right now recently I bought BTBT, I also bought RIOT. Mara I did not buy because it went up a lot, so 2,500% in a year. So I would rather buy, take a risk at cheap ones rather than which have momentum. Hut rate has momentum, Hive has momentum, um, you know, Bitforms has momentum. So based on that, you have to buy. Momentum is the most important thing. For example, a lot of people Argo blockchain. I never really liked it because it never had a momentum. None of the retail traders are betting on options. So for example, the retail traders, option bettors, if they're betting hut rate is going to go to $20 in December, and they're having like 100,000 options, you better buy hut rate, because with options buying, hut rate price is going to go up. May not cross 20, but close to go. That is how you can take. So people like option bettors like based upon how the companies are marketing. Hut rate does really good marketing. So not necessarily the cheapest. Okay, Hive doesn't do a lot of marketing, but they are the one of the cheapest. So you have to look at those things. Hive doesn't even have options. Okay, all these companies have options. Hive doesn't have options. So it depends on like, but still it is moving really good this week. So let me show you what cryptos I own, what crypto mining companies I own, and how I check out and how I calculate based upon which one to buy, which one to sell cover costs. I keep track of these mining companies in my portfolio. For example, I own Cardano, I own Bitcoin itself. So if you look at the price, today's price movements, for example, now Mara actually went down today, but if you look at the highest, went up Canon. Okay, so these are the companies I keep track of. Block ETFs, the coins directly, and the mining companies and the hardware companies. Okay, so this is like 3 or 4 companies that basically make a lot of these Bitcoin mining machines. MicroBT, Bitmine, and after that Canon. Okay, so those two doesn't trade, Canon trades. Last year when Bitcoin touched 70,000, 65, 70,000, Canon went to almost $35, $40. So then it got crashed because of now Chinese mining companies. And then I recently bought this around again $6. Okay, so this went up a lot today. So last 2 days, 3 days it's been going up. Okay, the cipher mining is a SPAC which I recently went, and I know based on evaluations I felt $6, $7 cheap. I bought it around $7. It has been going up and goes down. So I did not invested too much, but I won this some position. So this is Hive is one of my main player, which is actually caught up last 1 week. And if you look at, and similarly Voyager Digital, Coinbase, A lot of the companies I track, and a lot of these I won. Okay, and one of them on another big mining companies which valued if it merges is XPDA, Power and Digital Infrastructure, is actually merging with a company that actually one of the biggest mining company in North America. Unfortunately, if you invest this is to get stuck at $10 or $11 because a lot of institutional investors cannot invest into this unless it merges. So that's the reason why it got stuck. But it's one of the good mining company. So by sorting 52-week high based on, okay, so you can certainly see Dogecoin had the highest return, 10,000%, and then next is Mara that I track, so 2,500% close to. Cardano 2,300%. I can see here the Bitcoin 1 year return is 455%, whereas all these mining companies outperformed Bitcoin. So 5 times. So more than, so Mara outperformed in last 1 year more than 5 times compared to Bitcoin. So 2,500%. Similarly, Bitfarms outperformed by 5 times, and then RIOT outperformed 2 times. Hive. So all these companies really outperformed Bitcoin itself. Okay. Some companies, for example, the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust, which is close to an ETF type, did not outperform Bitcoin itself. So it's better to invest in Bitcoin rather than GBTC. And in fact, GBTC is actually undervalued right now. It's trading around 15-20% below the Bitcoin price. So if these guys can convert into an ETF, this automatically appreciates by 20%. So at the beginning, before investing Bitcoin itself, I started investing in GBTC, but I do not invest after investing into these Bitcoin mining companies. Okay, so the again another one of the main ETF that surrounding these companies, mining companies and infrastructure companies and macro strategy and all that. This is a block amplified transformation data sharing ETF, which did not even outperform the actually Bitcoin itself. But these ETFs you can buy in IRA retirement account as well. So that is the opportunity you'll get. So again, so Coinbase also went up, but never outperformed the Bitcoin price itself. In the Argo blockchain recently went public, moving decently up, but actually 20% within I think a month or 1.5 month. This thing really good, but I don't see as momentum as some of Hive, Hut, or even Bitfarms for that reason. So I do not invest much money into this, but whereas some of these mining companies are actually my favorites, as I said. So the way, as I said, but we'll look at how expensive some of these are. Okay, so for example, Bitfarms doesn't show any PE. Okay, so but as I said, I buy. For example, I was getting still 40 cents premium on $5 puts. Okay, so if you do not want, if you think it is expensive to buy at $5.80, you can just generate income by selling puts and wait for a month. Okay, so Hut 8, as you can see, is close to $2 billion company. PE is 41, and they started actually getting into Ethereum mining as well, and that's the reason I like. And it is struggling to trade cross $13. It touched $13 but struggled to trade because this went up almost 300% in last 3 months. So recent price targets by this for this company is $20 based on analyst, but obviously it all depends on Bitcoin price. Okay, so now going back to Hive. So Hive PE ratio is 23. Okay, this is one of the cheapest. Then it's $1.53 billion company. Do not go with based on just price. Okay, so this is still $1.53 billion company, and then PE is 23. And as I said, they mine ton of Ethereum, and that's the reason why I like. If Ethereum price doubles, this price is going to skyrocket anywhere close to $6-7. Okay, so again, Bit Digital. So Bit Digital is again, as you can see here, $15 PE, one of the cheapest. So they used to mine just few months back, most of their mining equipment was in China. Okay, so they, because of Chinese regulations, they blocked, they stopped all mining companies. They moved all their missions to US, mainly to Texas and other places, and that costed them to lose mining power in couple of months. So they're getting back, and they did a recent offering close to close to a lot of money. Not sure how much it is, but when they did actually offering recently, the price went up almost to $7.20. So this is the good price to buy. That's what I keep selling. If there is an offering, if the stock price goes to, it was like $10, close to almost 20% down. So as you can see here, after offering is over, as soon as the price Bitcoin price skyrocketed, the company also skyrocketed. Okay, so this is the opportunity you look for, not necessarily what company to buy. And you can buy a lot of these companies, but based on the valuations and based upon how much correction price happened. So for example, this DA Davidson analyst has been giving price targets. For example, RIOT, he set a price target of $42, which is close to 60% up. And then he set Mara price target to $60, and then Hut 8 price to $20. So a lot of these have still lot of to go, but if based upon the Bitcoin price. Okay, so the next one I want talking about, this is the mining production updates for Hut 8 mining. As you can see here, so their Bitcoin balance is close to 4,500 for August. Okay, so, and they mined September ton of Bitcoin again, and then 326 Bitcoin for August. So if you look at, the main important thing is Bitcoin will provide compelling economics, and with the total Bitcoin expected to be under Canadian dollar 3,000, which means close to 2,500 US dollars if they can mine Bitcoin. That is how, which is a cheap company you want to buy. That is how I like Hut. Okay, coming to Ethereum and lot of Bitcoins in their reserve, right? And then low cost of mining is what I like. So similarly, this is Hive update. As you can see here, Hive recent quarter news, they mined close to 9,700 Ethereum in, and 225 mine Bitcoin. This is ton of Ethereum, close to 10,000 per quarter, which is 3,300 per month. And this is one of the biggest Ethereum mining company. That is the reason why I like Hive, even though the price did not appreciate as much as Mara. Okay, so similarly Hut 8 mining company. So as you can see here, Hut 8 appreciated close to 230% in last 3 months. So this will consolidate around $12-13 before hitting net price target. So this is how I decide to which company to buy, based upon the valuation, based upon offering, based on the price correction, based on Bitcoin price itself. Hopefully you like the idea. Hopefully you like it. Please click the like button, and see you on my next video. Thank you.